today my mini split came in. I bought I don't know how to say this, Senville air conditioner. It was like one of the highest rated affordable ones on Amazon. It's a heat pump. It's 12,000 BTU. It says you can do like Google, Amazon, Alexa, you can control it. But it came on a pallet. They delivered it today. This is the unit that goes outside, this is the unit that goes inside, and then here's the accessories. I assume this is like the line set that goes in the wall and stuff. So I'm going to install this in my garage because we like to use our garage quite a bit, and we keep the door down and we keep it up sometimes. Obviously we wouldn't run the unit while we had the door open. I insulated the door and everything as well, so when I close it, it stays about 85 to 95 degrees in here, so it's still hot. So we're going to install this. We're going to put it over here. So this is like where an old dishwasher or washing machine and dryer went, and I'm going to run the line set through this hole here. I'm going to tear all this drywall out all the way up to here, install the unit where this tool rack is, and then I'm going to fix the drywall all the way down. And then I'm going to use this plug here. This plug is a dedicated plug. I'm going to take it out and push it out and put in a new breaker and install the unit here and outside. I've got to make a little pad for it and do all this, and then I'll set the unit. So let's go ahead and open it. I'm trying to do this one-handed. This knife's pretty dull, so we'll see what happened. There we go. All right, there's one more. So let's see what's inside this box. Well, this thing freaking comes off like that, so you don't have to cut the top out of it. So this is the unit. It comes with a certificate of warranty, so I want to do that. I'm opening this so I can put it out and measure it for the little pad I'm gonna pour for it. I'm gonna do a little concrete pad for it outside, and I want to give it about 2 inches of concrete on all sides before I attach it. Here's the line set. Probably don't need to open this yet. I'll open it later. And then this is the unit that goes inside. Now I believe this comes with like a template and all that as well. So let's get into this. Oh, I don't know if this one will slide off. Let's see. No, this one does not slide off. Maybe it's a box. Yeah, this one's a box, so you have to cut this one open. So let's do that real quick. It's got these big staples on top of it. Let's tear it open. This is actually a nice little unit. It's not heavy at all. Let's see. Oh, there's a remote. That's cool. Let's see. Yeah, so cool little remote. Kind of looks like a TV remote with a screen on it. I assume that's where like all the thermostat stuff goes. Here's the manual and everything down here. Let's pull that out. Okay, there's a smart control kit. I guess that's how you do it with a smart control. A buddy of mine had it. He was saying his didn't come with it. So maybe he missed it, I don't know. This is some odds and ends. Now this unit is supposed to be able to, you're supposed to be able to install this thing completely. Like you don't have to get a HVAC electrician or HVAC technician to come out and install this. It's supposed to be pre-charged. Now some people say it's not worth it. I don't know, I'm probably gonna have somebody come out and do like a startup on it. You would do that with a larger system, like they'd come install it and then they'd do a startup. Basically, they won't warranty the startup though, so they come out, start it up, and there's a unit problem or something like that. Obviously, we'd have to go through the provider. These people delivered this. It was hauled in on an 18-wheeler. I've got a video that was shown in a few minutes of the guy delivering it. It was really easy. This unit was like $800. So, I mean, the quality's there. It's super nice. It's not really heavy, but $800, that's not bad at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and measure this for my pad. So I'm thinking probably gonna do 3 foot long ways and then do I don't know, probably do 16 inches wide. So that way I can screw the unit down. The unit gets screwed down right here. So it comes with some Tapcon bolts that I'll mount it. That way it never blows over. During a storm, the wind gets really bad. So, but basically I'm gonna go ahead and cut some 2x4s and form it up. So let's get to work.
so first time for everything. Using a power trowel, because that's all I have. I didn't really think about buying anything to do concrete with. Some tubing for that, so I'll use that. I guess it's going to be a little bit of waste, but ain't a big deal.
Just the AC pad, nothing crazy. Oh, that's pretty awesome. Probably gonna let it sit overnight. Didn't really think these stinking steaks do that well, but I guess. Oh. Concrete guys do it every day. I'm not going to do a smooth finish on this, I don't think. No reason. It got dark on me real quick. Wasn't expecting that. Need a little bit more concrete right here. Touch this with my bare hands. Well, I think I'm gonna do it with that. What are you doing? A lot of water in this. I'm gonna call it a night. That's it. So I finished pouring that little pad. As you can see, it got dark on me real quick. I wanted to get started earlier. I really needed to pour it today. You can't see it, it's over there. I needed to pour it today because I can set the unit tomorrow and stay ahead. I'm gonna do it myself. I got a buddy who's gonna help me do it, all the electrical, I think. Shouldn't be too bad. I wanted to close my garage door and show you the insulation I got in it. Now I've had this insulation for over a year and it made a huge difference in here. Now I got video games, I got my computer set up in here. You know, I do all my editing and I watch YouTube and I build some models and stuff. I got a little fridge. And I mean, you're not dying out here, but I do sweat. I can feel the sweat running down my shirt. I'll close this door and then we're gonna go over the manual of this thing real quick. So, I got a brand new Chamberlain unit in here too. I put that in a while back, I didn't film it. That thing was super easy to install. And it's like Wi-Fi, it tells you when your door's open. My old one was like, I don't know, it's 15 years old and it sheared off one morning, like opened the door and it just give out. This one's it's rubber belt. It's not chain driven, super quiet. And then when I added this insulation, now this stuff is $60 a side. So it's a 1 car, 2 car, it's a big door. So it's $60 2 sides. This stuff is awesome. Super easy to install. There's like no damage on it because, there's a lot of gaps under here and up here. It's got little slits in it. It installs super easy. The only part I had to take off to install was this. Now, at my work, we have doors get installed. There's like one of these every place. So you'd have to take those off all the way around. But it was real easy to install, and it makes the door way quieter. I know you could hear it there. That's just the gist of it. The door's gonna make noise, but it used to sound like the thing was coming apart. So we'll go ahead and we're gonna look at this, the manual on this and warranty real fast. And then I'm gonna call it a night, and we will get started on this tomorrow morning again. And we'll go through what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna do it, and all that as well. So let's set this up and we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm not gonna read all this, I'm just gonna go through it. So like, this is a warranty. It's a limited manufacturer warranty for parts and compressor. So this doesn't even matter because this has to be done by certified HVAC technician with proof of installation. That's kind of, it is what it is for a DIY kit. That makes sense. It's not like crazy expensive. They have like a 3-month return no matter what. So here's some parts in it. And like I said, I'm probably gonna get somebody to do the startup on it. Let me turn this light on right here. There we go. So that's one of the coolest things I ever bought, was an arm light. Guess this is size pipes, whatever. Read the instructions, figure that out. Here's a bracket of some sort. This is a remote bracket. You put this on the wall. Probably put this by my garage door opener because it's right by my right by the garage door, so I wouldn't walk all the way over to the wall and turn it on. So this is the control module to make it Alexa enabled. I don't know what this is. What do I do with my knife? I don't need it. So let's open it up. Okay, so it's like, looks like a little USB. It's a nice little box. It is a USB. Okay, so that's how you make it smart, I guess. There's a little picture right there. Yeah, Alexa enabled smart kit. I mean, that's pretty cool. I wanted that. I don't want to run the unit all the time. I just want to be like, when we're out here, it not be miserable. We want to watch the ball games. I plan on getting a bigger TV. And we eventually want to use this room for the car again. It's a 3-bedroom house. We got 2 kids. So, but yeah, here it is. Download the Alexa app. Install the module unit. You install it inside the door. So when I get it hung, I'll install it and show y'all how to do that. Seems to be pretty easy. It's got a nice little setup. What's this? Installation guide. Oh, this is in Spanish, so I'm not good enough at Spanish to know that. So, but that's one of the cool features of this thing. I'm gonna put it on like a breaker outside, like a shut-off breaker, so if it ever gets struck by lightning, let's see. Comes with a connector. This must be the anchoring bolts for the garage or the remote thing. I don't have a clue what this is. Some kind of filter, and it comes with 2 batteries. So then here's the Amazon. Thank you for choosing our guide, our air conditioner for your heating needs. This is a sticker? No, probably not gonna fool with that. So here's the guide. 2 of them actually. Oh, here's another certificate. Has to be installed by a licensed HVAC technician. Figure out what I'm using, but here's the manual for it. It's pretty simple. Table of contents. I'll probably read this a little bit tonight, especially before I install it, and then I'll be able to talk about it a little bit easier. But like, yeah, so this is the unit here. I'm gonna go into the wall like they say, but instead of going out, I'm gonna go down the wall and then out the bottom. That way I don't have to bust my brick out. And then I can drywall over it, and then the line set will be covered up and I won't have nothing on the outside. I have a pet peeve against like stuff on the outside of the home. I used to run cable and people would be like, oh, just run on the outside brick. It'd look horrendous. Same with power. I've got underground power. It's much better than having aerial. There's no like pipes going down or anything like that. So yeah, I'm gonna try and put it in the wall. Hopefully that'll work out. If it doesn't, we'll go out the brick, I guess, and I'll buy the cover to do it. I do know that I forgot to buy the tape that you're supposed to wrap this thing in. So here's all the parts. They talk about drilling through the brick. Tried to drill through the brick on my friends, on my buddies, and it was horrible, man. The bit is expensive. I've got a tool that'll do it, but it just sucks up the batteries so quickly. But yeah, here's how you do it. This one shows the installation with one outside cutoff. So I'm gonna do it like that. So I believe that's the way I'm gonna do it. I don't know why. Here's an air brake switch inside and one outside. We're doing outside only. But yeah, I'll read over this and I'm gonna call it a night. So let's go ahead and take this unit out of here. The AC portion of it, I haven't looked at it yet. I need to get the back of it out so I can look at it. Let's see. Oh, that done come off. What did I do there? Oh. I got it upside down. It's hot today. This must be the flap. Alright. This is what I'm needing right here. This is what it hooks into. So let's do this. All right, let's see here. So here's the portion of the set is inside here. Okay, cool. So it's just sitting in here. Let me get this out. Okay. Pull these up. Screw right here. Let me grab my gun. So how you get that back in once you take the screw out? I guess it just clamps back on. It's on the wall. And here's the section that here's your drain line, here's your copper portions of it. So I'm gonna cut the wall out real quick, get it all set up, and then I'm gonna mount this today, get everything run. I gotta get some tape to wrap all this. So I can put it outside, so I'll get started on that now. I'm doing this at night again. I don't have didn't get as much done today as I wanted to, so here's the piece here. Let's see if this thing will come out of here. Probably needs to be beat down a little bit. And there it is. So I should be able to just take my slab or my line set and run it right through there. Come out right here. So this is where I want to put the unit. Hopefully this is like imperfect. I'm not gonna have it flared, so I'm just gonna wrap it up and probably come in, come out, and come out like this, and then have it come in and go right here. So I'm gonna put my electrical. I'm probably gonna run a whole new line now that I want to. So, and come out with the electrical right here while I got it drilled out. Put me a little breaker box. It'll look good. So, all right, well, let's get ready to do the unit. And that'll be in a few minutes. All right, I'm gonna plug up the electrical on this real quick. So basically, on this unit, there's a spot right here. Pull this out. Some of this stuff's real aggravating. Yeah, so you pull this out right here. Basically, you take that off there, and you come to the front of the unit. Open this up here, and there's a panel right here. You take this off. This is where we do the electrical. And let's see. Get my screwdriver here. Pull this off, and it just falls off. I've already taken it off once just to look at it. It's extremely aggravating. I won't lie. There's two more. There's a clamp right here. Take the clamp off. There's too much. Just keep up your screws when you go and do this. So, but yeah, basically down here you have 1, 2, 3, and then this is your ground. Now they're colored. This is the red one. This middle one is the black. And then this top one, this 3 up here, is the yellow. And this wire, it's not yellow actually. It's like white, green, something. So basically, there's like there's no instructions on this. But if you do whatever color you do inside, you have to do outside. So like if you do the red on one, you'll do red outside on one, and so forth, and then ground it, because it doesn't do like the typical cut a wire open and you do the color matches. As long as they match up from number to number, same wire, you'll be fine. That's much better. So basically, that's it. Got my clamps right here that clamp the wire down, and then red, black, white grounds. You just have to do the same thing outside. So I'll show that part too as well. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and show y'all how I'm gonna wrap this. So I just use this electrical tape to attach the lines. In there, and then here's the wire to go outside. I'm probably not going to feed all this out. I'm going to coil it up in the wall. That's one cool thing, is I got all this space back here to put this in here. So now I'm going to install the condenser outside. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the electrical, or this here. Outside portion. So same colors as inside right here. And your ground. That's it. Alright, this is basically the last part. I don't have a flaring tool. I may pay to have it flared down, but basically you just have to attach these two. You take this cap off. I took this off when I started the test. Take these off. Just make sure nothing gets in the unit when you're doing this. So, over here. It doesn't say you have to use any Teflon or anything at all. Like, I don't think you're supposed to, from what I read. So, you tighten that down and you have to bend this a little bit. This thing is super stressful to bend because I'm just scared I'm going to bend it too much, break it off, anything like that. You don't want to mess it up. So, you can tighten it down. Take your time, don't rush it. Now I'm not starting this up So I'm gonna pay a guy to come put a vacuum on it, do a startup on it, so the unit will run properly. And it says it on the box, you gotta pay somebody to start the unit. They won't warranty it if you do it yourself. So all right, and that's basically it. So when they come to do the unit, they come to start it up, they'll put a vacuum on this right here, and they'll check your line set to make sure that it's got no leaks, that it's vacuum, like it's airtight, I guess. It'll start like this, the gauge will be like at 0, and it'll go to negative. And then when they do that, they'll remove these caps here. And this unit's already charged. So they'll remove these, and they'll do an Allen wrench, and they'll release it in there and watch the gauges to make sure that it keeps the pressure that it's supposed to hold. So but basically that's it. This is the waste I have. It's kind of ugly. I'm gonna wrap it up and put it up against the house basically, but that's it. So the electrical's next. I haven't done it yet. It's gonna go right here from the other side of the wall. I gotta do some attic stuff, so. I'm not really gonna show this, but basically this is the line I'm gonna use for the electrical. This was a dedicated washer line. There's not enough, so I'm about to attach a new one to it, pull it up to the attic, come back down. The breaker's right here. Added into the breaker that's there, it's a dedicated line, so there's only one breaker, it's at the very bottom. All right, so I ran a brand new wire inside, so there's the old outlet right there, which I just basically flipped around, pushed it out, AC disconnects out there. Wire goes up, comes over, and then it comes in right here. Now, this was an after the fact outlet. I didn't install this, I just replaced it with a new wire, so everything was already done, and I just plugged it into this breaker right here. That's all I had to do. I literally just followed everything that was here, because all I did was make the line longer. I didn't actually make a different gauge or anything or install a new breaker. So this right here. So when they come start the unit up on Thursday, I should be able to just kick it on and test it. So basically you got to get one of these. It's a 60 amp breaker, or it's like a air conditioner disconnect. It's like 18 bucks at Lowe's. It's pretty cheap. It's real easy to install. You come out here. This is all stuff you've got to either pay somebody to do or do it yourself. The electrical is probably a little easier than the HVAC, because if you have a breaker free, you can just install it yourself if you know what you're doing, run wires and stuff like that. So I wired up the AC disconnect. I'm not real technical in electrical, so I'm literally following a picture and what a buddy told me. So the two neutrals, I've got them wire nutted together. I got the grounds to the ground block back here, and then the two hots on this side here. This is just a 120, so you don't have to use all the sides or anything like that. But basically, this is how you would do it. But yeah, so basically here, paid like $12 for this little piece of conduit here. 6 foot, went all the way down, went in the unit there. This is all of the unit inside, like the controls. All you have to do is match up this color here, red, with one inside, so you do the same in there, and so on. So same color on the number here and outside, or inside. And then here, this is your live wire, it's the black. This is your neutral, which is the white, and then you have your ground down here. This was the most complicated part to find on the internet, just to make sure I'm doing it properly. So I just wanted to make this video to help out people who are doing that. This is a 120 unit, it's not a 220, and it's a little bit different on the 220 systems. So, but this is basically how you would do it here. That's basically what it would look like when you're finished. So, and altogether it took me about 6 hours. That's 6 hours. I had to film a bunch of stuff, put all the stuff in myself. I didn't count the little pad and that, you know, I poured that and then came back the next day and did it. But altogether, it's really easy to install. I'm not a handyman or nothing. I just work in the construction field. So I've got a lot of tools and everything that help me do that. But a lot of this, I just see people do every day. So it comes in right here, goes up, connects right here. I connected it. I just have a little tape on it right at the moment. The drain line's right here. It runs out as well. When they come do the vacuum test, if there's an issue, I'll have them get in there. And then the unit's right here. This pops off. right here. So, and that's where the little Wi-Fi module goes. So let me go ahead and do that real quick and show you all that. So well, the module's right here in this box. This is the little USB. Now I'm gonna use this a lot since I'm not gonna run the unit during the day. I want to set it up where when I come home from work, it comes on. Did I put that in right? Maybe not. Let's. Huh. It's a little bit aggravating. Okay, and now it's in. So basically that sets up the Wi-Fi on it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, there's a little LED that pops up right here. Right here, tells you the temperature. I don't know. The remote's got all the gauges, but basically this is the portion of the install where you install the unit. Like I said, it's not crazy hard or anything. I opted to do mine through the drywall and out the bottom of the brick. Some people do it through the brick straight out down. It's probably the hard part about that one is doing the electrical or doing the brick, drilling a hole through the brick. That's super aggravating. It takes time if you don't have the right tools, and the bits are just crazy expensive. So, but that's the remote. But that's basically it. I'll have a video of the startup and the first time I run it, see the temperature and how it sounds and everything, and then basically we're done to this. And so I was finally able to get my unit on. I showed y'all that fan at the beginning of this video to show you how loud it used to be. Here's the fan here, and this is what it's like now. Now this unit's running. It's moving up and down, which makes the air go to the roof or the ceiling to the floor. It's super, super nice. And the room is really, really, really cold now as well. So here's the LED that tells you the temperature. It's running right now. I mean, it's much quieter. You can probably hear a little better on the phone than I can hear it really. But yeah, so that's it. They're running. I'll show you what the unit is outside in a few minutes. But basically, here's the remote here. When you click, you'll see it goes up. So it's 75. Has a few modes. So I have it on cool right now. So it's just going to run and do cool. Then we have dry, which I believe dry is dehumidifier. Haven't really tried it. I'll probably do it one night when I go to sleep and I don't need it running in here. And then you have heat. I haven't tried heat at all. Like I turned it on to see if it would like start blowing hot air, and it didn't do anything, so it might take a little longer. And then we have fan. Now fan's a little louder when it kicks on, but it doesn't really do anything but just blow air. And then we have auto. Auto basically, when it gets to the temperature it's supposed to be at, it shuts off, and then when it gets below or above that temperature, it comes back on. So, but I'll put it back on cool. Then you have like a timer, and you have a set. You have swing, that's where the unit goes up and down. And then you have LED, which is the camera, so, or the temperature on the front of it. If you push it, it comes back on. And then you have turbo. Turbo makes it really loud. It's basically like a setting to get it to the temperature you want it and as fast as you can. And this star is like energy saver. Haven't done it yet, but when you do it, the unit will like jump to a temperature. That's how quiet that unit is. It's super quiet. During the beginning videos, you can see my neighbor's unit is right here, and it's really loud. Now mine on my other side of the home, it's really loud as well. But this thing's really quiet. Doesn't take much. I didn't video the startup because of, I didn't do it. A guy came out and did it, and I didn't really want to film him without his acknowledgement and all that stuff. So I did that. But yeah, this thing is awesome, man. I highly recommend one of these. It's so much better than having a fan. This fan was just so loud. When I would play games, you could hear it. It always sounds like, I don't know, it was like in a jet flying with the door wide open. Anytime it get like super hot, I used to have one here and then one right here hanging on this vent here, and this one burned up, so I stopped doing it. So there was two of these, and they were both extremely loud. Now I will say it's much better to have both of these than to have none at all, because with the air being stagnant out here during the summer when it was like 100 degrees, even with the insulation in the door, it didn't help. Like, it was horrible. The air had to be moving. We'll let this close. Let this close real quick. Yeah, so like during the summer with this here, even with this insulation in the door, it was still like 95 degrees in here, and it was like a 95 humid. You would literally sweat to death. With the fans, you at least would be sweating, but it wasn't like, you could be out here. But with this thing here, man, it's not even a competition. This thing wins, no problem. Like right now, I can feel it. It's awesome. I'll post a picture in just a second of what the temperature is in here with that running. And this is an uninsulated room. So there's no insulation in here. There's no insulation up here. There's only insulation to about right here. So that they don't insulate garages, you know. And if I was building this house now, I probably would. You have to pay extra for it. So, but this thing doesn't run that much, and it keeps it really cool in here. So it's really nice.